Howdy Cowboys Nation. Join Lone Star Legends TV for all things Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have put together one of the least impressive off-seasons in recent memory. Even their solid work in the 2024 NFL Draft won't be enough to compensate for all the losses they suffered, as they allowed most of their free agents to hit the open market and went bargain shopping to replace them. With less than a month to go before training camp begins, the Cowboys still have time to bring in some outside help, other than UFL players, that is. To build the best 53-man roster possible, the Cowboys should reach out to these three veterans who would help in positions of need. Dalvin Cook, RB. The Cowboys arguably have the worst running back core in the NFL right now. They re-signed Ezekiel Elliott after skipping every option in the draft. He joins Rico Dowdle, Royce Freeman, and Deuce Vaughn. The coaching staff believes this committee approach could keep the chains moving, but they shouldn't be afraid to add more competition. One name to consider is Dalvin Cook, who was once a perennial 1,000-yard rusher. In 4 of his 6 seasons with the Minnesota Vikings, Cook had more than 1,000 yards on the ground and was just as dangerous catching the ball out of the backfield. He was released ahead of 2023 and spent time with the New York Jets and Baltimore Ravens but had just 67 rushing attempts and 15 receptions. Dallas was linked to Cook when he was available before the playoffs, but he signed with the Ravens. Again, the dots have also been connected between the two this year, although nothing has come to fruition. He says he's fresh after hardly getting the ball last year, and while he might not be the explosive player he once was, he could be better than anyone the Cowboys have. David Bakari, OT. Needing a new starter at left tackle and center, the Cowboys were able to find both thanks to their savvy move during the NFL Draft. Dallas sent the number 24 overall selection to the Detroit Lions for pick number 29 and 73, which were used to land Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe. Guyton is penciled in as the starting left tackle, but he's still rather raw. He could prove to be a great selection, but the Cowboys have seen how quickly things can fall apart when the blindside protector is an issue. Look at you, Chaz Green and Byron Bell. That's why they should kick the tires on former Green Bay Packers starter David Bakari. There are reasons for hesitation since Bakari has dealt with severe knee issues but believes he has a couple more years left in the tank. Even if he were to give the Cowboys roughly 10 games this year, it would be a win. He's still one of the top pass blockers in the NFL when he's on the field, and his experience and approach would only help Guyton develop as a pro. Michael Thomas, WR. Another player in need of a prove-it deal is Michael Thomas. Thomas was once considered among the top 5 wideouts in the league. He led the NFL in receptions in 2018 and 2019 and in receiving yards in 2019. Toe injuries have limited him in recent years, as he played in just 10 games from 2020 through 2022. He did return for 10 games in 2023 for the New Orleans Saints and was effective overall. While not his former self, Thomas hauled in 39 passes for 448 yards with a touchdown. In Dallas, he could fill in as the third wide receiver while offering them more experience should the holdout with CeeDee Lamb continue to linger. Adding a veteran receiver like Thomas could also provide valuable mentorship to younger players, potentially boosting the overall performance of the wide receiver unit. On the positive side, adding veterans like Dalvin Cook, David Bakari, and Michael Thomas could provide much-needed depth and stability at critical positions. Their experience and proven talent could offer significant contributions to the team's performance. Additionally, these players could bring veteran leadership and mentorship, benefiting the younger members of the roster. However, there are potential downsides to consider. The injury histories of these players pose a significant risk, and their current performance levels are uncertain. Investing in players with such concerns could be a gamble for the Cowboys, potentially leading to disappointing returns if they fail to stay healthy or perform at their previous levels. While the Cowboys' offseason has been lackluster, there are still opportunities to strengthen their roster with experienced veterans like Dalvin Cook, David Bakari, and Michael Thomas. The potential benefits include added depth, stability, and leadership, but the risks associated with their injury histories and performance levels cannot be ignored. We want to hear from you, fans. What do you think about these potential moves? Do you agree or disagree? Let us know your thoughts.